Hi, and welcome to the Freelancer Showcase, hosted by Slice Creative Network and TETV. My name's Melody, and I'm the founder of Slice. We're here today to meet another very talented freelancer that's part of our network and has been a member for many years, and her name is Red Hughes. Welcome, Red.
Hi, Melody. Thank you for the introduction. I appreciate it.
Hi, Red. So nice to see you. So
You
please
too.
tell our viewers, what discipline do you work in?
Attraction designer from concepts through production.
All right, great. And where have you worked in the past?
Okay, I've worked with Universal, Disney, Herschel Family Entertainment, SeaWorld, Six Flags, Nickelodeon, Harley Davidson, Snap-on Tools, both Miller and Budweiser, and then various other entertainment and hospitality companies, racing teams, and special events and conventions.
Wow. So basically, who haven't you worked for is really the question.
Let's see.
Yeah, wow. You've obviously been in the industry for a while, so that's amazing. I can't wait to see your work. But before we get into that, I wanted to ask, where is your current location?
Just outside of Orlando in Montford or Central Florida.
Okay, great.
A home-based studio.
Okay, and then if you were offered a position somewhere else outside of Central Florida, would that be interesting to you? Might you look into being able to take a job elsewhere if offered?
It depends on the time period and then how long it would be. But it may be of interest. I have full capabilities of doing it here, and I have worked with companies worldwide, so home base is more preferred.
Yep. Understood. Okay. Well, let's get into your portfolio. I can't wait to see your work.
Okay. Thank you, Melody.
Yeah.
Well, starting with concepts, this is what a concept would kind of look like. Usually I get the project and then I work up 3 different concepts, and I will write off to the side then why I selected different typefaces, logos, suggested materials, and production styles. Going into logos and corporate identity, I am published with various trade magazines and stuff for my work in corporate identity and branding. I get as much information from you on what you want your logo to do, and then I do research. I look at your competition, and then I work up, the 3 different layouts, or as many as you require, to select a logo that'll work best for you and outshine your competition. And here's some more logos. Some of these are for events, some are companies, some are for special events, some are for product. Here's some for attractions and some more for actual companies and some special events. And then also I do a lot of special events throughout the year, Halloween and Christmas being one of them. Here are some examples of Halloween for attractions, print, logos, t-shirts, and then the theming of the lower left is for fairy tales, the Humpty Dumpty thing, where I was supposed to come up with a whole kind of feel for that fairy tale. Here's for Christmas, different logos and stuff done for placement throughout the parks for different locations and that to enjoy certain things. And then going into attraction displays and signs. The top ones are all for holiday, and the one of the little elf was a sculpt that had interchangeable heads that people could stand by. And the lower 5 illustrations I did for Cobra's Curse at Busch Gardens in Tampa. Also large display signs. I've done a lot for special events. The one is, it's probably about a 12-foot tall stained glass flower with butterfly, and then there were additional flowers for spring events. And then the ones to the right were for the holidays for Lowry's Tampa Zoo entrance. Also, I do a lot of furnishings and that. These 3 layouts are for tabletops at SeaWorld San Diego, the Harbor Market restaurant, and I also do design furniture also. Then I was the sole graphic designer for Hirsch and Family Halo Outpost Discovery. I did all of the banners, the displays, the signs, the booths, designed all of those. Here are some layouts and some of the deck sheets. And then here are some of the actual finished products of the event. It was a traveling show that went from city to city. Also, I do a lot of conventions and special events. The one on the upper left is showcasing how a certain restaurant thing for a special event should look like. The one on the upper right is 3 different concepts and shows for a convention stage. And then the lower 2 images are for the interior of a hotel and their bar, you know, suggesting that. And I do exteriors also. And then also doing scenic illustration and guides, a lot of deck sheets for production, and then also doing the line drawings, the color, and the breakouts for actual graphics that will be cut out and applied on buildings or other facilities. I do a lot of structural theme design. The upper one is an inflatable gingerbread house that I designed that was actually produced. The lower left is a concept for Budweiser's corporate garden. They were doing the celebration of ingredients, and it had a call out for all of the items that were going to be used, the lighting, and also all the graphics. And the lower right is for a 3D display with a spinning basketball that was used for Miller in taverns and also at liquor stores. Going to exterior and interior design, conceptual design. This was taking an existing building and Coca-Cola was going to use it as a refreshment stand. There are 3 different layouts, concepts that you'll see. This is one showing the outside and inside for an Outfitters. And the next 2 here are the same building. The top one is for a freestyle market, and the bottom one is for the garage port. And in the lower left corner, you can kind of see a window that is all Coke bottles that are flipped upside down and right side up that actually formed that window. I came up with that concept. And then also supplying ideas for photo ops where they would get the guests interacted for photo opportunities within these buildings. Pop down. This is another building. It was a restaurant and marketplace showing 3 different styles for it and how the tile patterns would work, different materials, lighting, different doors, and paint schemes. And going into graphic design, I do a lot of graphic design in print and for web, and then also for any signage or merchandise. Illustration work, I can do illustration work, and I have a lot of various styles from childlike drawings to realistic. And then kids activities. I've had the honor to be able to create some toy and game activities for kids, from concepting them, then doing the concepts, design, all the way through to production. And then also coming up with ideas for toys and games. For Snap-on Tools, every year I design a race car set and a train set where I get to pick out the train cars, and some of them do have to be designed, do all of the packaging, all the graphics on them, and all of the marketing for them also. And then website design, doing the graphics for website design. I don't do code, but I can understand it, but working with the wireframes that are supplied and doing the design work to fit. And then theme park maps and diagrams. Also, I can do inside building blueprints and that too. The top one is calling out different lands. The one on the right is specifying the area that would be used for a Christmas land. And then the one that's in the lower left is really kind of hard to see here, but it was for several acres up a mountainside, luminaries being placed. There were over 5,000 of them, and then plotting where each one of these luminaries went, and then doing the design of the lights as the video went through to show what was going on, and different images were created on the mountainside. And that's it. Basically, it's kind of a quick rundown of what I can do. Here is all of my contact information. And I love what I do. And my tagline is, if it's not fun, it's none of my business. I would love to work with you and look forward to hearing from you. And back to Melody. Hello.
Hi, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Excellent work. Now, Red, I've known you for many years now, and I follow you on Facebook, and I know you have many interests and passions in life. Can you tell us a little bit about what other disciplines you might work in or some of your interests?
Well, as you know, we've got a 5-ring circus, which surprisingly was very quiet at this time. We do rescues. We've got currently 2 bulldogs and 3 cats. We also are in a major renovation on our home, so I am very dangerous in construction. I just finished completing a brick wall in our house. So I have masonry skills to add to my list. I love photography. I love to travel, which enriches, my knowledge to be able to do things and come up with creative concepts and stuff too. My husband and I do a lot of outdoor work, remodeling, cars, motorcycles, although we don't own anymore at this time. We do have one in the Harley-Davidson Museum, but that's about it. But yeah, that's about basically it. So
yeah, and don't you do, was it Carousel?
Yes, I restore Carousel Animals, wooden ones. Still got one in the shop. It's mine. It was a barter I did. I restored one for a client, and in exchange, I got a carousel elephant. So I'm still working on him. And of course, it's mine, so it takes a lot longer to get it done.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing, Red. It was great to have you on the show, and I hope that lots of potential employers will enjoy your work as well.
Thank you so much, Millie. I appreciate all the work you put into this and your time. Thanks.
Thank you, Red. And for those out there watching, you can find Red and many other talented freelancers who work in the theme park industry in creative disciplines on slicecreativenetwork.com. So I hope you'll visit us online. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.